Hello to everyone watching this video. This is my 6th video already, and I've decided to make a voiceover this time. And since I haven't introduced myself yet, I thought this is the perfect opportunity. I am Vitote, and I am an artist from Lithuania. I grew up in a city called Šiauliai, where I lived for 18 years. Now I am in the UK studying and working. I work as a waitress, but in my free time I am busy creating art. I work with all kinds of mediums: markers, ink, pastel pencils, oil pastels, acrylic paint on canvas, and so on. My favorite one is watercolor. The first time I realized I liked working with watercolors was about 7 or 8 years ago in art school. My dad bought me a Russian White Nights watercolor palette, and I couldn't have been happier. Since then, I've upgraded my watercolors and learned what paper to use it on. My second favorite medium is acrylics. My art teacher in middle school taught me how to love the materials I use. She was a great inspiration to me while growing up, and she still is. With her help, I had a few exhibitions of my art, some of which were acrylic paintings. Also in my dad's house, there are loads of my paintings collected over the years, but recently I've been sticking mostly with watercolors. For this illustration, I used my Schmincke watercolors on Daler Rowney cold-pressed watercolor paper. The brushes used were collected over the years from different stores. I usually buy them individually, so I can't really tell you too much. But a few that still have the brand on them are Pro Arte Master Stroke Series 60 Miniature and Daler Rowney Round No. 1. Before I start to paint, I make a sketch or two until I like the composition, proportions, and the whole image. Sometimes I try a few color schemes, but I don't do that often enough. After that, I take the paper I'm going to paint on. Using masking tape, I secure it onto a smooth surface, and using just a simple HB graphite pencil, I draw the outlines of the image. Before using watercolors on the paper, I mix a few colors on the blank palette, and after I have the right color, I put the first layer down. The first layer is usually the base color of the object I'm painting. For example, on the girl's face, the first layer is just the chosen skin color. Then with the second and third layers, I will add some depth into it, for example, using darker tones to reveal the cheekbones. And lastly, I add some color to the face, rosing the cheeks, a little red tint on the lips, and so on. The background is always either the first thing I do or the very last. Regarding this painting, I did it at the very end. Sorry that it's such a long video. I didn't intend to do that at the start, but I had to film a few times. I couldn't do it in one go, so it became longer and longer the more I worked on it. For me, it's always hard to decide when to finish a painting. I've cut out a few bits and sped the video quite a bit, so it's as short as I could have made it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if you liked it, you can subscribe to my channel. I try to upload a new video every week. If you want to see more of my art, you can check out my Instagram, which is linked in the description box below. And if you'd like to support my art, I have a Patreon account where you can pledge any amount of money each month and get early access to my videos, see posts from me, and have an input on my art. You can cancel that anytime as well. The link to that is also in the description box. I would like to thank my Patreons who support my art, Matthew and Adam. And again, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.